Today we're looking at lesson 3.5, dividing rational numbers. Our objective today is that I can divide rational numbers, which includes decimals and fractions, positive and negative. Quick reminder, when you are working with same signs, such as dividing decimals with same signs, positive, positive, you are going to have a positive answer. So we've got 8.4 divided by 4.2. We're going to use long division to help us solve this. We set up our long division. And our first number, remember, goes inside. So I'm going to put 8.4 inside, 4.2 outside. Now, when we're dividing with decimals, we don't like to keep the decimal. We want to move it. So I'm going to take the outside decimal and I'm going to move it over one spot, which means I need to move the inside decimal over one spot. Now we have 42 and 84. Because this is a little messy, since I'm working with pen, I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this over here with 42 and 84. Now, no decimal. We got some whole numbers here, so we can go ahead and start dividing. Now, I don't know how to count by 42s off the top of my head, but I can do a shortcut. I know that 2 can go into 4 2 times, and 4 can go into 8 2 times. So I'm fairly confident that 42 can fit into 84 twice. I'm going to put a 2 up here. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 84 minus 84 is 0. So 42 can fit into 84 twice, which means that 4.2 can fit into 8.4 twice. So 8.4 divided by 4.2 is 2, and because we have two positive numbers, same sign, our answer is positive. Now, what happens if we have different signs? For example, I'm going to go ahead and put a negative sign in front of 10.5 here. So you have negative 10.5 divided by 2.1. If we have different signs, remember we have a negative answer. We're going to set it up the same way. When I set it up, though, I'm going to ignore the negative, and we will add that at the end. First number goes inside. Second number goes outside. Now, again, we have decimals, so we got to scoot our decimal over to make our numbers easier to work with. I move one place and one place. You don't have to copy it over if you don't want to, if you're working in pencil. Sometimes it's just easier to erase the decimal, but I'm working in pen, so I'm going to go ahead and move it. So now I've got 21 and 105. Cool. I don't know how to count by 21s off the top of my head. I do know how to count by 2s. So I'm going to ignore this 5, and I'm going to ignore this 1, and I'm going to see how many 2s fit into 10. I know that 5 2s can fit into 10. So I'm assuming about 5 21s can fit into 105. If I want to double check, I can do it off to the side. 1 times 5 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. I get exactly 105. Put my 5 at the top, multiply 5 times 21 to get 105, and subtract to get 0. Our answer is 5. But we have to remember 10.5 was negative. Because we have different signs, we have a negative answer. Negative 5. All right, let's move on to dividing fractions. Remember, we keep the same rules. Same signs positive, different signs negative. And now we're dividing fractions. Remember, our rule for dividing fractions is we keep the first number, change the sign to multiplication, and flip the second fraction. So I'm going to keep negative 4/5 the same. I'm going to change division to multiplication. And I'm going to flip negative 9/2 to be negative 2/3. ninths. And now we are multiplying. And I'm going to simplify this at the end. So we're going to do 4 times 2 is 8. 5 times 9 is 45. And we have the same sign, which means our answer is positive. 8 and 45 do not share any common factors. The only factors of 8 are 1, 2, 4, and 8. 1, 2, 4, and 8 do not go into 45. Well, 1 does. So our answer is as simple as we can make it. 8 45ths, and it is positive because we had 2 negatives, same sign, positive answer. All right, here we have negative 7/3 divided by 11/12. We're going to keep negative 7/3 the same. We're going to change division to multiplication. And we're going to flip positive 11/12 to be 12/11. I'm going to switch colors here to red. Make this a little easier to see. And we're going to go with the cross cancel method. Oh, if my pen will work. Oh no, there we go. All right, so we're looking at 3 and 12. I know that 3 goes into both of them. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So we simplified there. Now let's look at 7 and 11. 7 and 11 are both prime numbers, so we are going to keep them the same. We cannot simplify those two. We did simplify a little, which helps. So now we can go ahead and multiply. 7 times 4 gives us 28. 1 times 11 gives us 11. And we can even rewrite this as a mixed number. 11 can fit into 28 2 times with 6 elevenths left over. But we have to remember we had 1 negative at the beginning. These are different signs, a negative and a positive. So we have a negative 2 and 6 elevenths as our answer. All right, go ahead and jump into the must do and let us know if you have any questions.